I'm Tony Butler and I'm the Executive Director of Derby Museums. Without a strategic plan, we wouldn't be effective or efficient, or the staff probably wouldn't feel that they were working to a collective and sort of greater goal. So it's absolutely critical that we have a plan to rally our work around. I've been working in museums for about 20 years, and the difference I see from the beginning of my career to now is that most museums in the UK are very strategic. When I began working, people would talk about core work, the core work of museums, which would be things like putting on exhibitions, answering inquiries, research on collections. Most museums will have a strategy, they'll have a development strategy. So in our case, we're building a new museum. We're also refreshing, doing an affordable redevelopment of our other sites. But that will come to an end at some point, and then after that process is finished, we'll then go on to our next cycle of work. So rather than see museum work and heritage as this one long continuum, we see it now as planning cycles, so that we finish one thing and then look at the next cycle. And it might be that in the next cycle you need different resources, you'll need different people. So for instance, we have one structure at the moment where we, with a couple of very important roles about project delivery and project planning. Now once the museum is built, that role will change into programme delivery. So we'll be constantly looking at how we use our resources and how we use our people, and you can't do that if you're just working on a continuum. You need a planning cycle to make sure you've got the right resources and the right people to deliver your objectives. We are just about to start our next 4-year cycle of business planning. So our next plan goes from 2018 to 2022. So our plan is built around a fairly simple structure. We start with a vision, we then work to a set of values, and then we have 5 clear aims, and then a whole list of activities that go underneath that, the things we need to do to achieve our aims. So our vision, Derby Museum's vision, is to be for the thinker and maker in all of us. So within our museums, our 3 museums, we have very strong collections of fine art, natural history and industrial history. So the thinker and maker in all of us is our key, it's our vision. Now we have 5 clear values in which we all work to, and we want the community and we want our staff to hold us up to these values. And our values are: 1, be entrepreneurial. So that means running the organisation under sound business, to be a good business. Our second value is about creating the conditions for well-being. Trying to create spaces within the museums where people can congregate and people can feel that they can meet other people and have discussions. Our third value is embedding participation in everything we do. So ensuring that all our communities around the city can participate in making culture. Our fourth key value is to create mutual relationships with all of our communities. So we work with civil society groups, interest groups, local community groups in a spirit of cooperation. Our fifth key value is prove that we're doing it. So making sure we've got good, robust systems of research and evaluation. So there are 5 values that underpin our aims and objectives. So our first clear aim is know your rights. That means we have a large collection of work by the 18th century British artist Joseph Wright of Derby, and we want to be seen as the go-to place in the world for the study of Joseph Wright. Our second aim is be relevant to our citizens. So that's to make sure that all the developments within our 3 museums are relevant to the people of Derby, and that we play a role in shaping and framing a vision for the city. Our third key aim is every child a maker. So we have an aim of ensuring that every school in the city will engage with the museums over the next 3 or 4 years. Our third aim here is to make sure that our museums inspire young people and children to career in engineering or career in the creative industries. So our fourth key aim is stand on our own feet. So this is linked to being a good business and being entrepreneurial. So over the last 3 years, we've seen huge reductions in subsidy from our local authority, from the state, to our museums. We've had a reduction of about 40% of our income in cuts. So we need to replace that income with a whole range of entrepreneurial activities. Our fifth key aim and last key aim is always in front. Now we see ourselves as an innovative organisation that wants to be opportunistic and take risks. And over the last 3 or 4 years, we've developed a whole range of activities around participation that we have seen many other organisations are very keen to learn from us. So my role as the Executive Director is to frame a whole host of activities within the organisation, and my team will identify the types of work and the types of activities that they will do to support our aims. So the director's role isn't to tell people to the minutiae about what activities they're going to be doing, and I work in a way where my management team and people underneath them will gather together a range of actions and activities that will then contribute to our aims. So I think we take quite a collaborative approach to planning. So the director's role is to frame the strategic plan, and the director will then work with his team or her team to develop the range of activities that will then underpin the aims. It's a kind of, I think the approach we took was, it starts off with everybody, it then goes narrow to me, and then it comes back out again.